Soulvester, from Dandy's world, is a ghostly knight who prides himself on his chivalry, strength, and his impenetrable suit of armor. However, even the bravest spectral warriors have their weaknesses, and for Soulvester it usually involves his stomach. Here is a story about the time Soulvester's noble gut decided to betray him. The night's heavy burden. The halls of Gardenview Center were quiet, save for the heavy, rhythmic clank-clank-clank of Soulvester's greaves. He was on a mission of the utmost importance, guarding the kitchen from any villainous late-night snackers. "Halt," Soulvester whispered to an empty corner, adjusting his visor. The ghostly knight senses a disturbance in the pantry. The disturbance was actually Soulvester's own hunger. Earlier that evening, Shrimpo had dared him to eat a bowl of Glisten's extra sparkle chili. Soulvester, unable to let a challenge to his honor go unanswered, had polished off the entire bowl. It was vibrant, neon purple, and felt like it was vibrating. The first rumble, halfway through his patrol, a sound like a distant thunderstorm echoed from beneath his breastplate. "By the stars," Soulvester gasped, clutching his metal midsection. "Is there a dragon trapped within my steel? A beast that seeks to rend my very spirit in twain?" He doubled over, his ponytail swishing as he leaned against a cold stone wall. The pain was sharp, a localized bubbling rebellion right in the center of his spectral form. He tried to stand tall, to maintain the dignity of a knight, but another gurgle forced a muffled groan from behind his helmet. The rescue mission. Connie, his twin sister, floated around the corner holding a flickering lantern. She saw the great ghostly knight slumped over, his gauntlets pressed firmly against his stomach. "Soulvester? Are you haunting that wall, or did the chili finally catch up to you?" she asked, her voice tilting with sibling amusement. "Tush, sister," Soulvester hissed, though his voice cracked. I am merely practicing a new defensive stance. The crouching basilisk." "You're the crouching bellyache," Connie corrected. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a small, chalky tablet. "Here. Take this. It's a pepto-mint. Dandy keeps them for when Boxton gets too nervous. A knight's pride." Soulvester looked at the tiny white tablet, as if it were a magical artifact. A knight does not require the alchemy of mortals to survive a mere minor internal skirmish. Just then his stomach let out a sound like a rusty hinge being forced open. Soulvester immediately snatched the tablet and shoved it through his visor. He sat there for a moment, the metal of his suit clinking as he breathed heavily. Gradually, the neon purple fire in his gut began to fade. The dragons stopped roaring, and the bubbling ichor in his system settled. The aftermath. How do you feel, Sir Soulvester?" Connie asked, suppressed laughter in her eyes. Soulvester stood up slowly, shaking out his armored limbs. He straightened his helmet and cleared his throat. "The foul beast has been vanquished. My internal fortifications are once again secure. But mark my words, sister." He looked back toward the kitchen with a mix of fear and respect. "We shall never speak of the sparkle chili again. 'Tis a dark magic even I cannot fully tame. Would you like me to write another story about Soulvester, perhaps involving his rivalry with Shrimpo?"